talk about the date rape drug Rohypnol. That was a horrible intro. My name is Ranikia Allen, and God bless America, and no place else. George Bush. I'm sorry. Okay. But what is Rohypnol? It's a date rape drug. Yes. Why is it important? Because this singular date rape drug has a lot to do with human trafficking and human sex trafficking. They go hand in hand together most times. Why is this drug so important? Because it sedates a victim to where the victim does not know if they are being sexually assaulted, or it also knocks out a victim so that a victim may be picked up from a home or a singular place without fighting, without memory, without knowledge. It's as easy as pie. That's why this one particular drug is so important. And I don't know much about this drug, friends, but I do know that I'm not your teacher today. I am a student that sits side by side with you as we try to get to the bottom of this great mystery, and I start to explain to you why it's so important to know about this, okay? Rohypnol. And if I say some things wrong, please excuse me. I might look like one, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, baby. I'm just saying. Okay. We can't be perfect all the time, but we can get. Yeah. Okay. Generic name is. What? Flunitrazepam. Flunitrazepam. The brand names are called Rohypnol. Others not available legally in the U.S., but it is available in different countries, and that means that I guess you could say the scientific name of this particular drug may be different in different countries, but here in the United States of America, man, can you see the American flag going and that majestic eagle that's flying across the screen? Can you feel it, America? I can feel it. But here in America, this is the scientific name for this drug, okay? Now we're gonna go through the street names. Date rape drug, forget me drug, roaches, roofies, roofies. Other names include circles, forget pill, forget me pill, la racha, lunch money, Mexican volume, mind eraser, Pingus, R2, Reynolds, no Ryan. Ryan Reynolds don't have anything to do with this. He's an American treasure, okay? Rib, Roach, Roach 2, Roaches, Roachies, Ropees, Rebuttal, Roachas Dos, okay? Rope, Ropees, and I guess you would say these singularities, they look more of a French nature. That's why I'm saying it differently, because I think from based off of the way it spells, it might have some roots in French type of verbiage, if that makes sense. The way you would pronounce these vowels and consonants from what it looks like. Ropals, Roche, ghetto, Roche. I know Roche. You want some? Okay, and Wolfies, man. What is Rohypnol? Rohypnol is an intermediate acting benzodiazepine, benzodiazepine with general properties similar to those of volume diazepam. I know that one. Okay, it is used in short-term treatment of insomnia, as a pre-medication in surgical procedures, and for including anesthesia. Since the 1990s, Rohypnol has been used illegally to lessen the depression caused by the abuse of stimulants such as cocaine and methamphetamines, also as an aid for sexual assault. This is called the date rape drug, and was placed unknowingly in the drinks of victims, often at a bar or party, aka a club drug. Due to the strong amnesia produced by the drug, the victims will have limited or no memory of assault. I am not laughing because it's funny. I am laughing because I just need to take life more serious, but I don't. Like other benzodiazepines such as Valium, Ativan, and Xanax, Rohypnol's therapeutic effects include sedation, muscle relaxation, reduction in anxiety, and the prevention of convulsions. However, the sedative effects of Rohypnol are approximately 7 to 10 times stronger than Valium. Wow. The action of Rohypnol appears 15 to 20 minutes after the administration and lasts up to 4 to 6 hours. Wow, 4 to 6 hours, friends. Some residual some residual effects can be found 12 hours after administration. Wow. So what this basically means that if you're given this, the effects of it apparently last 4 to 6 hours, and 15 to 20 minutes after you take it, it's pretty much lights out from there. And if you sadly happen to be raped, a rape kit can last for up to 32 hours. Now, I know it sounds disgusting, and I know these are topics that are harsh and they are gruesome, and they hit home with so many unsuspecting Americans. I do not want to call them victims. Just because somebody has been scandalized doesn't necessarily mean that they feel like a victim, even though we may feel sorry for them. Um, there's strength sometimes in suffering. These people are not victims, they are survivors. Let's remember that America, our brothers and sisters who survived this are survivors. Okay, they are not victims, even though we may call it that in news or in media. But that means you have these 3 days to pretty much go and get a rape kit done, because the semen, if you're a woman, may still be in the womb to some extent. Just DNA evidence, if somebody raped you without a condom, the DNA from their body sweat, their body sweat and other bodily secretions can still be detectable and things of that nature. Or the DNA may be around the genital area, if you get where I'm going with this. And if there are kids watching, baby, this ain't for you. You need to go watch, I don't know, cartoons. Go watch Cartoon Network. This ain't for you, okay? Yes, America, these things are gruesome. They are dark, but they do happen here in America each and every day. And we are trying to combat that, because this drug in particular has a lot to do, like I said, with human trafficking and human sex trafficking. That's what we're discussing it today. Is very important. And I myself, if somebody had slipped this into my drink, they paid someone to do it for me to be assaulted in a home. So never forget that. Never forget that these people are cowards. And to simply put, they are low lives. They are the scum of the earth, and they don't care about human beings. They don't care if you overdose on this stuff. Let's just be real. For them to fulfill their needs, because they're probably ugly. If you run around raping girls, bitch, you probably ugly. Let's just keep it real. You probably, no, she won't talk to me. Man, just put it in there. She'll like it. Put it in there. No, she won't like it, or he won't like it. Okay, because this drug is not singular towards women or men or children. It's singular towards everybody who is a survivor of this drug and what it's done in their life, okay? And that's very important. I want y'all to understand that the use of this is much more common than you understand, and this is why it's so useful, because it leaves the bloodstream in a certain amount of time. So that's why you need that rape kit. So you can get a blood test. If you say you've been drugged, it will show up in your blood and there will be documentation, okay? Um, so you can get, I guess, an antidote for this, or a blood flush. When you're given certain toxins at the hospital, they do give you certain other medications and solutions that will filter this stuff out of your blood. If you've been spiked roofies and cocaine, and if you still hip to the game, and somehow, some way you got your hands on some Quaaludes, Jesus, who your plug is? No, let me stop. But this is what this is for, and it's very important. And this is why it's so important, because if there's no documentation of your assault, if they can't trace the drugs back, then it's hard to get more concrete and solid evidence. And this is why it's serious, friends. And as we go along further, because I messed up on this video many times, okay? I don't have any cue cards. We do everything ghetto fabulous over here, okay? I'm sorry. It's just how it is. But yeah, as we read on, you'll start to understand with the details of why this is so important. However, the sedative effects of Rohypnol, well, we already read that, but I was ready to go in, huh? Why is Rohypnol called the date rape drug? Amnesia is an expected pharmacogenic effect of I'ma just call them benzos, okay? We just gonna call them benzos, with the effect of benzos. Rohypnol causes partial amnesia. Wow. Individuals are unable to remember certain events that they experienced while under the influence of the drug. However, this effect is particularly dangerous when Rohypnol is used illicitly to aid in sexual assault. Victims may not be able to clearly recall the assault, the assailant, or the events surrounding the assault. Wow. Wow. And as a person they've spiked my drinks with this many times, like I said, if you gotta take it, you're ugly and something's wrong with you. And people be talking about, put them in jail. Maybe we can just burn them alive, possibly. Just treat it like it's the 1700s. Behead him. You just treat it like it's like that, And the 1700s might not be a good time period, because there was actually a point in time where if a woman was raped, not only would she have to stand before a court, if it was proven by God that she was lying, then she would get burnt alive. Yes. And her husband, if he decided to aid her in her conquest with the accusatory action of rape, he would have to fight in her stead. So the man, or I'm pretty sure it wasn't as common for females to go and rape men in those time periods. So yeah, he would have to fight in her stead. And if he lost his life fighting for her accusation, then basically that was a sign from God in high heavens that she was lying. And not only would the husband be dead, the rapist would go freely. He would receive prestige. He would receive what's left of that house's glory, of their money, their dowry, their land, their property, all of these things. Yes, it's that deep and that serious. And yeah, he would just go off and both of them would be dead and nobody would say anything. So let's be gracious for the times that we live in, and that our culture has become a bit more advanced. No matter how I feel about rapists, I'm just saying you have to be ugly. And you have to be ugly, because I swear they be trying to throw. I mean, do you want some? I don't know. I'm trying to be good. I don't know. I might. I don't want any Rohypnol anymore. They keep on trying to drop it in there. You remember the dude on Scary Movie with the little hand? Everybody wants a bag of potatoes. You want the bag of potatoes? No, those aren't. They're poisoned. This is the worst government PSA on planet Earth. Okay, now back to the topic. How is Rohypnol taken? Rohypnol can be taken by mouth as a whole tablet. It can be crushed and snorted up the nose or dissolved in a liquid prior to drinking. They spiked my water with this. Yes, I was just having cold water. And yeah, it's out of there. It's out of there for disgusting creatures of the dark. Okay, is Rohypnol available in the United States? Rohypnol is not approved for the medical use or manufactured in the United States and is not available legally. So this is a illegal substance. If you get caught with this stuff, you will face possibly federal charges. I didn't look into all of that, but it's illegal because it's really supposed to be for surgical use. There's no telling what this stuff really does to your body because it gets dispelled from our body so quickly, but the moment that it's put in there, its effect is so powerful, okay? But it's not a legal drug here in the United States. However, it is legally prescribed in dozens of other countries and is widely available in Mexico, Colombia, and Europe, and is used for the treatment of insomnia as a pre-anesthetic. Rohypnol is often smuggled into the U.S. from other countries such as Mexico. Okay, so this is the date rape version of Mexican dirt weed. This is the date rape version of the weed is bumped. Except this ain't no order. This ain't, nah, let me upgrade it. This that gas. When it comes to rapes, this is that fire. It's not funny, America. It is not funny. Okay, but when we class these drugs, this ain't that Mexican dirt weed, baby. This that primo, okay? This that sniff, sniff, bang, bang. This that stuff to make the fiends not off, okay? Literally. I was asleep. Rohypnol, DEA drug schedule. Rohypnol was placed into Schedule 4 of the Controlled Substance Act in 1984. Schedule 4 drugs are considered to have a lower abuse potential but can lead to physical or psychological dependence. So that means you can get addicted to this substance. However, the penalties associated with the possession, trafficking, and distribution of Rohypnol, including 1 gram or more, are the equivalent to those of a Schedule 1 substance, according to the DEA. They are not playing. Okay, let me put this in street term. Baby, don't get caught with none of this, cause you going to jail. They finna hit you like how they hit the niggas who said, they finna hit you like the meth dealers. I'm not gonna edit it out. Fuck. Ghetto PSAs. I'm not gonna edit that out, but please excuse my mouth because this is very serious, no matter how much I laugh. But in other words, baby, if you got this, it's over for you. You ain't getting nothing but felony. 10 years, lock them up. Yeah, we not playing, cause this is serious. This includes heroin, LSD, and MDA. And what are MDAs? That's ecstasy and Molly. So the same, really, these drugs that alter people's minds and alters people's reality and body function. People don't have any idea when they're on those things what the hell is going on. And that's why it's so serious, because people have no idea what's going on. Can Rohypnol be detected in a urine test? And this is where we hop back to a urine sample and a blood sample, just in case something atrocious has happened to you, America. If Rohypnol exposure is detected, urine samples need to be collected within 72 hours of consumption, 3 days, and it's subjected to a sensitive analysis test. Very often, biological samples are taken from the victim at the time when the effects of the drug have already passed and only residual amounts remain in the body. These residual amounts are difficult, if not impossible, to detect using standard screen assays available in the United States. Due to this, it's difficult to estimate the number of Rohypnol facilitated rapes in the USA. Wow. As a survivor, yes, America, survivor, okay, of this particular type of abuse, because people were trying to human sex traffic me, and get me into all kinds of nasty atrociousness. As a person that's had it happen to them, I can't recall one single moment of that incident, but I remember that day vividly. I remember before and after. I remember before, everyday regular like so, going to get some water, and I drank a lot of water. When I say I had 2 cups and there was no telling how much, it was in a pitcher, okay? It was in a pitcher. And I had 2 big cups of water, okay? And it's nighty-nighty. When I say that I couldn't really even stand up, all I know is that I was tired and my body was heavy in a way that I've never experienced before, and I thought that I was just tired. No, I was drugged, baby. I wasn't tired. I was under the influence of something devilish, something demonic, because this is what creatures who do things like this is what I personally believe they are. Okay? When I say that, I mean that. That's my personal opinion and my belief. You should never have to take it this far to have sex when there's people who will have sex with you for free. Trust me, they busting it open for a blunt. And as blunt as that was boop boop. I'm in the paint too for me. Yeah, it's not funny, but to be blunt about it, you should never have to take it this far. Like, it's not that serious. And if it's that serious, you need to go and get some help, for one. And that's really important. You need to get help. Because there is such a thing as being reprobate. And reprobate means getting to a point where you have done so much harm to other people and you have spread so much chaos within your lifetime here that not even God can save you. Religion can't save you. Nobody else can save you. You are basically at that point in time a demon, an entity, and you must be dealt with by any means, because that's my personal belief system based off of my personal beliefs, and maybe one day we'll go into those things, but this is how I feel. There's something severely wrong to you that cannot be fixed by therapy. It cannot be fixed because of medicine due to you having a mental deficiency or a chemical imbalance in your brain. You are just hateful. I'm a woman of God, so this is what I believe. I believe that there are things of that nature that walk among us, and after the darkness I experienced, I truly believe that, because what happened to me never had to happen to me. But I'm glad it did, because I can help you navigate through this, America. I can help you not feel like a victim, but feel like a survivor. You are not crazy, and your story does matter. It doesn't matter if it's to one person, 2 people, or 3 people. It does matter. And this is why we're here today, because the enemy that we are trying to fight, what we are doing is very powerful. We are giving you the tips and tools and devices that these people use to harm other people, that these people use to take away lives, that these people use to snatch up innocent boys and girls. This is why this drug is so important, and I had to tell you this today. It is colorless. it is odorless, it is tasteless. To most of your human senses, you cannot detect this to most of your human senses. And intuition alone cannot guide you. If you can't see it, if you can't smell it, if you can't taste it, if you can't hear it, and when you touch it, you identify it as something else. Really, that all five, please excuse me, all five of your senses. Every sense that we have, you cannot detect it. The only sense that we do have is the spirit of intuition. And that's a whole nother story for another day. Because how do you know what's spiked and what's not? Okay? This why it's important. Wow. The problem is compounded by the onset of amnesia after the indigestion of the drug. Like I said, I don't remember anything, which causes the victim to be uncertain about the facts surrounding the rape. You will not remember the actual act. You will remember the before and the after. Okay? Due to the fact that it's difficult to estimate the number. Oh, I already read that. And this uncertainty may lead to critical delays or even reluctance to report the rape and provide appropriate biological samples for toxicology testing. Yeah, man. So it's like serious. I messed up, so I had to play it off. This is what we do. I want to be a movie star. Just do it. Like Nike. That's probably what the rapist said. Just do it. I'm going to just do it, man. I got this. What do you got? My Peter in my hand. If you're a kid, this ain't for you. Get off of this video. Go to bed. Eat cereal. Be a child for as long as you can be a child, because there are things in this world that you gotta ease babies into. What does Rohypnol look like? Rohypnol is no longer available legally in the United States. Rohypnol, previously available as a white tablet that dissolves without color, taste, or smell, is now formulated as an oblong caplet that is light green with a blue core. So let's repeat that again. Rohypnol, previously available as a white tablet that dissolved without color, taste, or smell, is now formulated as an oblong caplet that is light green with a blue core. The manufacturer instituted this change to help identify tampered drinks at clubs. When dissolved in clear liquids, the blue core will turn the liquid to clear blue. However, when dissolved in darker colored liquids, the blue may not be noticeable. Generic versions of Rohypnol may not contain the blue dye. Okay, so that's very serious. There are two versions of this still going on today, even though the FDA and all of these big pharmaceutical companies have tried to make it more identifiable to the everyday person. There are still versions of this drug that do not contain the blue dye. Like I said, I drank water. It was clear. So, and that means, okay, if I put it in Kool-Aid, and even if it has the blue dye, if I put it in red Kool-Aid, it's just going to make the Kool-Aid turn redder. If I put it in a juice, it's just going to make the juice turn a more different color. And I imagine if you put one capsule in there, it's not going to do too much. So let's do that right there. But it does still exist in these, I'm guessing, these white tablets, because these tablets are the kind that do not contain the blue dye. And that's a dangerous pill to swallow. Literally, America, I got punch lines for days. I can do this. I can do this. I can one line it for 30 more minutes. What are the effects of Rohypnol? While Rohypnol has become widely known for its use as a date rape drug, it is abused more frequently for other reasons. It is abused by high school students, college students, street gangs, rave party attendees, heroin and cocaine abusers to produce a profound intoxication, boost the height of heroin, and modulate the effects of cocaine. Teenagers and young males aged 13 to 30 years of age have been noted as the primary abusers of rohypnol. Rohypnol is usually consumed orally and is often combined with alcohol. Rohypnol causes a number of adverse effects which may last 12 hours or more, including drowsiness, sleep, dizziness, loss of motor control, decreased reaction time, impaired judgment, lack of coordination, slurred speech, confusion, aggression, or excitability. I'm sleepy and I'm mad and I'm tired and I want to fight all at the same time. Rohypnol. Loss of memory of events while under the influence, amnesia, stomach disturbances, respiratory depression with higher doses. Wow. Let me tell you some of the things that I experienced. Drowsiness and sleep. Okay, dizziness. Like I said, it was like I couldn't even stand. It was just too much going on. My body was so heavy, I just had to lay down. So that's that dizziness and the loss of motor control, decreased reaction time, impaired judgment. I guess I just wanted to lay down. Lack of coordination. Like I said, my body started basically shutting down on me, period, because it's an amnesiac. So it was shutting down on its own because of the medicine. Loss of memory. I don't remember. I just remember the before and I remember the after. I just remember, as graphic as this is America, I just remember waking up bleeding. Yes, waking up bleeding after I had just came off of a period. So I didn't think anything of it. I did think that it was strange. I did think it was a little weird. Okay? But my body at the time was going through so many changes, I couldn't be sure if that's what it was. But now that I know what it is, yes, America, harsh facts, gruesome realities. These people will go to any length to subjugate another human being, but these are the same people that don't have any control over their own life. Yes, I said it. They don't have control over their own bodies, because something should tell your Peter that no means no. Or if she's never had a conversation with you in your life, you don't get to have sex with her. I'm sorry. Period, point blank. She did not give you consent. She does not like it. He does not like it. He did not give you consent. That child did not like it. They did not give you consent. And you know that. And that's why you had to drug somebody. No means no, America. Okay? We don't have time for that type of shit here at all. We don't. If you gotta steal it, you just sad. You just give it up. Retire to Jersey. Okay? Retire to Jersey. Stomach disturbances, I did. They spiked my drinks with this stuff so many times, and I guess the one time it got me good, and they got me good too. But I'm gonna get them even better, trust and believe that. But my stomach been messed up ever since they've been slipping me Mickeys, okay? And it's just like any other form of medicine. This stuff eats at the lining of your stomach. That's why even taking too much aspirin is bad for you. It eats at the lining of your inside. And this is a powerful drug. We're comparing this to heroin and LSD and MDAs, okay? So, I'm sorry, it ain't even called no MDA. I'm thinking of something else. I'm in the MBA. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna do it. Okay, respiratory depression with higher doses. I have no idea what that means. Okay, can you get addicted to rohypnol? Chronic use of rohypnol can result in physical dependence and the appearance of a withdrawal syndrome when a drug is discontinued. So like I said, because this stuff is a different form of an opiate that comes around some of the same class of other serious drugs, you can become addicted to this. You can go through the symptoms of withdrawal. That's some symptoms of withdrawal is like aching bones. All your bones ache, your body aches. It feels like a fever times 1,000. You just want to sleep. It's hard for you to sleep because you're in pain. It's not anybody who's ever seen somebody go through withdrawal. I've seen this in county. It ain't a pretty sight. The color gets flushed out of you. You just look like a walking zombie. And if you can actually walk, you look like a walking zombie. If you can't, then you look like a sleeping zombie. Basically, you move like one, you act like one. It's very serious on your body whenever you go through withdrawals from these class 1 drugs. Okay? This stuff is not a game. Rohypnol impairs cognitive and psychomotor functions, affecting the reaction time and driving skill. The use of this drug in combination with alcohol is a particular concern, as both are central nervous system depressants and will increase each other's toxicity. Injection of any illegal drug puts the user at risk of contracting HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, hepatitis B and C, and other blood-borne illnesses due to needle sharing. Oh, wow. Withdrawal can occur with rohypnol use as with other benzos. Behavioral changes, anxiety, insomnia can be long-term effects of long-term use. Some adverse reactions, such as insomnia, may occur only a few days after the use. Wow. Okay. It says join a support group. Consider joining the drugs.com withdrawal support group. I'm going to say it anyway because some of y'all might be baseheads. No offense. You can clean it up. Anybody can. Anybody can, baby. I was finna say a bad joke. I ain't gonna say it. I want to so bad. I'm not gonna do it. This is a government approved message. We need to be professional. What other drugs are considered club drugs and may be abused similar to rohypnol, including gamma hydroxybutyrate, GHB, baby, ketamine, MDMA, ecstasy, methamphetamines, okay? And that's pretty much the end of that. Yeah, so that is rohypnol, a very common drug used in human they use in human sex trafficking and human trafficking. This stuff is horrible, and even though it's not a legal U.S. drug, I'm pretty sure it's easy to get on the black market in the dark web. I'm pretty sure it's easy to get if you know a plug in Mexico, cause baby, trust me, if you go to Tijuana right now, you can get to this. Hey, you go to El Paso right now. hey, let me tell you something. If you go to El Paso, boy, that fire. If you go to Tijuana, baby, listen, when I'm telling you, fiends be not at all. Ain't got that preen, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. But this has been a small PSA on Rohypnol, America. God bless America and every place else. George. I love you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sitting with me. And until the next time, friends. put a news outro. I'm gonna make it official. Oh wait, it's already backed by the government. It's too official. Yeah, you playing it right when we. You know what? Let me just call her. I don't got time to deal with this. God bless America and every place else. And I hope that your holidays were filled with joy. And to all the rapists out there and human traffickers, America don't like you. And I hope that they were horrible and that somebody spit on the turkey. Just nasty. Somebody spit on it. I hope they put Rohypnol in your juice. And you thought it was just a normal day and you went to sleep slowly. Never to wake up again. We don't need this, America. We gotta clean up these streets. My name is Ranikia Allen. God bless America. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.